Hello, it's Binni here. In partnership with Phillip Futures, I'm sharing with you the trades I'm looking at this week. If you'd like me to discuss any trades of particular interest to you, reach out to me via Twitter or Telegram. Scan the QR code here if you'd like to try some demo charting or demo trading on what I'm discussing today. Let's get started.
Hello, it's Binni here. Last week we discussed about gold, euro dollar and dollar yen. Gold reached a strong support at 1,680 as mentioned. Dollar yen was resisted by the top of the channel and panning out as planned. This week, I'd like to shift the discussion to Singapore stocks. STI is now trading at around 3,165. It has done very well to rise from 2,500 low to a high range of 3,002. The 3,002 range is also a strong resistance zone for the Straits Times Index for the past 10 years. Today, I'm going to discuss 3 Singapore-listed stocks, HKEx, CapitaLand and Yangzijiang YZJ. All 3 can be found in Phillip Futures MT5 platform. I'm also going to show you a nice cool tool to predict prices, especially when a stock is near to an all-time high or recent high. First, let's take a look into STI Straits Times Index. I'm at the month chart right now. 3,002 was a strong resistance level for the past 10 years. It has been resisting the STI for a while and right now is acting as a resistance again. Into the day chart of STI, you can see the 3,200 is acting as a very strong resistance, but the short-term movement of STI is still uptrend. As you can see from this orange line here, the short-term support is resting at about 3,140, and then the stronger support would be near to the low of 3,100. Now let's take a look into the 3 stocks that I like to talk about, which is first one, HKEx. HKEx has broken out of a base of about 10 years, as you can see here. Right now, the price is showing that HKEx is retracing back into a resistance that it has broken, and this resistance is setting as a support right now. If you'd like to consider some short-term trading opportunity in the Phillip Futures platform, MT5 platform, there are a list of the HKEx listed stocks and HKEx is included in one of them. So let's take a look at HKEx from the MT5 platform here. Right at the moment, from the day chart, HKEx is right now into a horizontal support as I've drawn here. Now let's check into from other tools where this horizontal support might be leading us to. Number 1, I'm just going to use the Fibonacci retracement and draw from the recent low to the high. I can see that right now the price is hovering at a 62% retracement level. So this is a strong level here, right? For me, I would be waiting to see what is happening at this level, whether there is some bullish reaction from prices at this level here. What are the bullish reaction I'm waiting? You might want to look up for some bullish candlestick at around this region, which is around the $10.80 plus minus region here. And of course that the recent resistance that is pointing out around $11, that's a strong resistance level. So it will be good if, for example, we're going to see some support coming in from candlestick or some chart pattern, and ultimately price can eventually close back up above the $11 to resume its upward movement. The recent high at $12 would be a notable resistance, and that is a near-term target if price should rebound from the support at about $10.80. The second stock, CapitaLand, why I'm interested is because it is in this range for about 11 years, 12 years already. Alright, so we are looking to see whether price can break out of this range, and if it does, then it will be a trade like HKEx. Let's take a look at the more recent price movement of CapitaLand starting from 2020. Right now on the price behavior here, right, CapitaLand has broken out of the high shown in 2020 and 2021. So this is the reason why I'm getting interested in CapitaLand. If you like to have some short-term trading opportunity, you can consider trading into Phillip Futures, CapitaLand, the CFD shares. Alright, so let's take a look at the short-term movement of CapitaLand. Right, as I mentioned earlier, that price has already broken above the recent high. Therefore, first objective is we need to know whether there is a potential of a retracement towards the recent high of $4 for a re-entry opportunity. Same thing, I'm looking for some bullish reaction here, be it a candlestick or a chart pattern in the lower time frame. But what I'm more interested to discuss today is that since CapitaLand has broken the recent high, then how do we use some tools to help us predict into the future prices, especially on the possible target price here. Now, one of the tools that you can use is the Fibonacci extension, which I'm using it for my own trading. Right, it's very simple. So we have to find a place where price had a correction. Okay, so for example, there is a correction at this point here from the high to the low. I'm just going to draw in this correction here. Now, to apply the Fibonacci extension, I take the Fibonacci extension tool and then draw from the high to the low, and I will have an extension tools that's being shown here, right? So currently, right, the first extension would be around 4.12, so that is the first projected target level for the move in CapitaLand. All right, so if price should continue to move up, there might be a resistance or a first target at 4.12, followed by 4.3, and then followed by around 4.5. Okay, same thing, I'm hope that there could be some form of a retracement lower. And then what is the retracement I'm looking at? The first level, of course, would be $4, but should there be a deeper retracement, then the next support level that you might want to monitor into will be around the 376 to 380 level here. The third stock that I will be discussing is the Yangzijiang Shipping. So this is a stock listed in the Singapore Exchange. There are two reasons for my interest. One is take a look at the current pattern here. It might be forming a possible cup and a handle pattern. Of course, with this downsloping trend line that is acting as a resistance, we want to see whether there is a close above this trend line. If it does, then this cup and handle pattern will become true. Right, but the second reason of my interest is that last week we saw an institutional net inflow, all right, into the YZJ as published from the Singapore Exchange fund flow. Right, so I will be discussing on the short-term movement into the MT5 platform. This is Yangzijiang in Phillip Futures MT5 platform. If you like to have some short-term opportunity, you can consider the CFD shares. So let's discuss into what I'm looking at. Of course, then it has been really trending upwards with a triangular pattern here. So let me just draw in the triangle pattern for you to see. So that's the seemingly like triangle pattern, and there was a close above it. So my objective is to look for a possible retracement because price is right now near to a previous high already. So this is the previous high. So objective is to look for a possible retracement. Then one of the possible retracement would be to consider the recent high, which is hovering around this level at about 1.45 to 1.47. Right, next is that should price continue to move up, then where would be a possible profit target? Same thing, I can take the Fibonacci extension to draw into the retracement level here. So this is the retracement level, and it projected the first possible target at about 1.59 to 1.6. So that is the first projected target here. The second one would be 1.66, and lastly the third one would be around 1.73. So these are projected target. It doesn't mean that it will always come true, but it does provide a good reference for you to consider that if price should be moving up, where would be the important levels that you want to know. Alright, hope that you enjoyed my video and these three stocks that I'm discussing here. Alright, if you like that, please remember to like the video and as well as to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and see you again in my next recording.